Ramokgopa also spoke about the dire impact the electricity crisis is having on the economy.
There's people issues there at Eskom. People issues nothing to do with the leadership, by the way. People issues to do with, if you like, job security. I told you that Camden is closing. There are a number of stations that are closing. Grootfontein, the units are gone. And not the units are going. That's people attached to that. And there's no additional incentive for people to apply themselves. The best that you need to run these plants don't see their future at Eskom. And I'm just saying it's a conversation we must have. And as we say we discontinue these units, it's important to say to us, where is that additional generation capacity that can meet this base load megawatt per megawatt? It's one thing to have to be on an accelerated path of decarbonization. And by the way, renewables is the future. You can see the aggregate share of the energy mix is growing exponentially. But you are sitting with a crisis now that is undermining energy sovereignty of this country. People are out of jobs. The economy is on its knees. Businesses are closing. Farmers can't produce.
Ramokgopa says, of course, it's high demand but low supply that is the main cause of the country's electricity crisis. He's asked South Africans to use as little electricity as possible, but he says he's using all means to close that gap.
So essentially, we have a situation in the country where demand far outstrips supply, and we know that the supply essentially comes from the installed fleet of Eskom. Over 52 gigawatts of generating capacity that is being that has been installed in Eskom, and we know that if you like, the energy availability factor, that is the efficiency of the operations of this fleet, is now standing on average at about 53%, and that explains why there's that gap, if you like, the deficit between the generation and the demand. And the quest that we are trying to do is to close that gap. Our initial computation suggests that we need something in the order of magnitude of about 6,000 megawatts for us to be able to close this gap. And this is a determination made on summer conditions. I make the point around summer conditions because on average Eskom can guarantee us about 7,000 megawatts, and we know that the peak demand around the summer is about 32,000 megawatts. And then now we're entering winter, which is going to be a very difficult period, and I'll share with you what our thinking is there. The numbers suggest that historically the average is about 35,000 megawatts, but it can go up to 37,000 megawatts. So if you are sitting at, if you like, a guaranteed supply of 27 megawatts, I said summer conditions were sitting at 32 megawatts.